So I am live, huh? Even though this is a different setup than what I'm used to, I'm just going to try to get used to it. And so I got bands, better shake that ass from me. I got tens. So Prologue chapter 320 just released, and a lot of happened in this chapter. I don't wanna lie, because we really have a lot to discuss, because we are going to face Ego's new philosophy, which won't be easy for any team that will face Prologue. It definitely won't be simple. Crazy that Nigeria saved 3 shots. Yeah, dog. It's actually crazy that Nigeria saved 3 shots in a row. You know, it was Onazi, then it was the goalkeeper. They really did try to stop this goal. It wasn't. They didn't give this goal to Prologue in any ways. They didn't. But I'm going to react to the chapter right now, and yeah, just a light reaction. But Nigeria have put in some work. I don't wanna lie. It's not very easy for Nigeria to achieve such a goal. We have to give it for Nigeria. We have to give the props to Nigeria. Who will get the next goal? If Isagi doesn't get a goal in the upcoming chapter, I really will find it hard to believe. I really, really will find it hard to believe, because I do think that Isagi deserves a goal, because he seemed to have helped Rin Itoshi score his own goal. So niggas really have to go with Isagi, and I'm impressed with the Blue Lockers and their maturity, because the boys are handling the situation very, very well. But let's get into this. So I'm back live. Thank you for the patience and all that, you guys. But the king said that Isagi and Onazi are left to get a goal, gang. Yeah, especially Onazi. If Onazi doesn't score a goal in this coming chapter or something like that, it will be criminal. I don't know. It will be very, very criminal if Onazi himself doesn't score a goal in this upcoming chapter. I don't know how it will work. I don't know. And then what now? Oh my god. Next chapter, Kuso and Onazi are to get a going to get subbed. Lol. You think Onazi and Kuso are going to get subbed? I really find that hard. I don't know. I am not seeing any of that. I don't want to lie, Tarek. I know if if it's a different profile, it has to be Tariq, no one else. It has to be my boy Tariq. But so when Onazi gets subbed out, I feel like Nigeria is done for. There's no saving Nigeria in that situation. There's no saving Nigeria. But you have to understand that the boys still have a lot of potential to show us. Just because they didn't make the goal for maybe a couple of chapters doesn't mean that the boys are done now. I think we should let them cook. We really need to. But in this, how did bro know? Tariq, I just know, dog. If If it's a new account, then it has to be Tariq. That is. It has to be Tariq. But my internet is quite slow for today, and I'm not impressed. I don't wanna lie. Yeah, we have the chapter that's visible right now. But as we can see that Chikiri is making a fast approach towards gold, because he's not settling down for anything rather than a top performance. But you can see that the Nigerian team is just confused as to what is happening. That now Rin and Isagi are working together, and as we know from our experience that when you get Rin and Isagi working together, there is nothing that can stop these two guys. Even Oliver Aiku and who's this guy? They weren't able to stop Oliver Aiku. Nigeria is not cooking. Nah, Nigeria is fuck. I don't know. What up, Demon Broski? Where Freddy the Black Boy at? I'm here, poison. It's just this internet doesn't wanna work with us today. This internet is really, really in a very tough situation. But yeah, Nigeria is cooked, dog. What episode are you on One Piece? In One Piece, we are caught up. I don't wanna lie. In One Piece, we are caught up. We are waiting for any information about the chapter tomorrow because I don't know if Eiichiro Oda is ready to get back into action as of yet. But hello, fantastic. How are you, brother? How are you? We have to wait to see if Eiichiro Oda is back. And was there a episode yesterday for One Piece? I'm not sure. I would like to react to one. I would like to react to a chapter of One Piece soon. Do a One Piece stream? Yeah, it will be scheduled for tomorrow. We are going to finish the stream tomorrow, but we see that Nigeria is starting to react. This is the best part of the chapter for me. I don't know. This is the best part of the chapter for me because when you look at Rin Itoshi, he was the one who had the most funny training of all members in Blue Lock. And seeing him undergoing meditation, it was something unexpected. I don't wanna lie. Hi TX2, how are you, G? You know, it was really unexpected for me to see Ren Itoshi doing meditation, and I don't wanna lie, the author's cooked here because the boy will have a level of constraint that he didn't have before. I really was worried about Rin Itoshi getting things such as red cards and all that, but we get to see that Rin has a new monster. Rin getting hitting as something. I don't wanna lie, it's something dark. Because when you look at it, you might think it's a very simple panel, but no, because we know that Rin has a lot of anger issues, and his master is not giving him a very good time, and here is the best panel of the chapter so far. This is the best panel for the chapter, I don't wanna lie. Because seeing that Isagi is still living in Rin's brain, rent free, you know, this is to be the greatest feat of all time for Isagi because you might have Shido. Shido is not even in the panel. It's only Sai Itoshi and Isagi Oichi at this point who Rin wants to totally destroy. And you can see that my boy, when he gets to think of these two, he gets frustrated. I would get pissed off too. I don't wanna lie. Thinking of Isagi and Saitoshi. What the fuck? And then we see that the immediate as Rin gets frustrated, his master is there to put him into control. And this hit has to be one of the most powerful hits in Blue Lock history because I've never seen Itoshi Rin this annoyed of someone, you know, especially when they were showing us the training arcs a few chapters ago. We saw Rin almost attacking this old man. And when you look at the facial expressions of these two guys, let me just try to zoom in here. I can't zoom in. But when you look at the facial expression that these guys have, you really get to appreciate the moment that Rin Itoshi spent with this guy. It was the best panel of the chapter, I don't wanna lie. But we get to see that here Rin Itoshi has mastered his frustrations or something he wants to destroy. He has channeled both of his nemesis, and we can see that he's absorbing his destructive nature. Rin Itoshi accepting himself for who he is one of the greatest things. And we look back to the time where he got to beat Isagi Yoichi in the NEL. And knowing that Rin Itoshi thinks this high of Isagi, I don't want to lie. Isagi goal soon, yeah. We really need to have a Isagi goal because I really want to know how evolved Isagi is right now, because he was training something like his trapping and all that. So we really have to find out what Ego has cooked up for the boy. And then we get to get back from the flashback, and Rin Itoshi passes the monster, Bachira. And I would like to say that this is a very good experience seeing Bachira Megumi playing actively with monsters such as Isagi and Rin, because we remember the time where they went past him like he was nothing. So seeing that Bachira himself, not only Isagi, but Bachira has evolved, because thoughts about the current situation. I don't want to lie. I'm really much hyped about the upcoming chapter because Nigeria doesn't back is one of the best things to ever happen for Rin Itoshi. It is one of those days for Rin Itoshi because did Kuso go home or something? Yeah, dog. Did Kuso go home? Nah, Kuso must have went home. Kuso must have packed his bags, and I was like, nah, I'm not doing this because Kuso is nowhere to be seen in this chapter. You know, Kuso is nowhere to be seen. Kuso was like, nah, I don't have metavision. Firstly, to deal with these monsters from Blue Lock, I need metavision, which he doesn't have. Kuso is like, nah, you know what? I'm going to restart my career. See that Bachira Megumi doesn't make a pass, which I don't wanna lie, this is really much disappointing. But Bachira Megumi doesn't make a pass and he goes for goal again. And you can see that Nigeria has adapted to this kind of situation that they already know that there's no way Blue Lock is passing. If these guys are going at goal, they are going for it. It's just their own selfish reason. It is just their own selfish reasons. Which I don't wanna lie. This is quite interesting. So he's in Nigeria or fucking somewhere else. Nah, dog, that would be wild. That would be wild. Having Kuso banging a chick while there's a very important game such as this one. I think that would be very, very wild. In fact, not even wild, that would be absolute madness. But we can see that Opapona has already adapted to this Nigerian team. Opapona is like, yeah, I know these guys. These guys will never pass to each other. Opapona is like, nah, tell me about another team. But I know Bullock for the fact that Bullock is not going to pass. But Kuso has seemed to have left the game. You know, Kuso's like, nah, I'm bouncing, bros. Opapona and Onazi is carrying Nigeria. Yeah, right now the only things that are strengthening Nigeria is their attack, their defense. You know, if it's their middle field or they can't even keep possession of the ball. Crazy enough, you know, like they're completely on shutdown at this rate. They've put them on complete shutdown, which is quite shocking for me. I don't wanna lie. This is quite shocking. Never in a million years would I have thought that this game would have come out like this because at the end of the day, I'm looking forward to the group stage of death. I'm looking forward to the goal of death, to the group stage of death, you know. Do next time Blue Lock chapter stream when it comes out. Yeah. I will try to keep on doing the streams. But from the rebound from the block from Opapona, we see that Hiyori goes for a goal. I don't wanna lie. I really have to say that seeing Hiyori go for a goal like this, you know, it is quite a good thing to see, you know, because most of the time we expect Hiyori to be an assist man, especially since he decided that he wants to be a middle fielder. Not only a middle fielder that passes to Isagi, but both to any striker that deserves his goals. You know, that was one of the what's up, Sleeps G? How are you? How are you, boys? It's been a while. It's been a while. You know, so seeing Hiyori go for goal like this, I just see that the boys are just ready for this, you know. But the Nigerian team went fast enough to collect the rebound from the save, you know, because I don't think there's anyone that can compete with Chikiri when it comes to speed. My goat scored a goal. Nah, dog. You're telling me that Rin Itoshi is your goat? Nah, dog. Anyone who supports the Side Brothers is just a cheat code, you know. You know that with the Side Brothers, you have a 99% of winning. No, we don't accept any side Itoshi or the Itoshi brothers. No one is supposed to support the Itoshi brothers, you know. But funny enough, Chikiri doesn't also go for a cross or a pass. No. Best day of my life. Oh my god. The plays for Rin, like Rin deserves the plays. I understand. Rin deserves the plays. But oh my days. The vertical layout is back. Support that, you guys. But Sleeps' goat is coming in clutch, you know, and I'm really much impressed with Rin Itoshi. But I don't feel like this is a very worthy challenge for Rin. You know, I don't think this is anything for Rin Itoshi at this point. The thing I was looking forward to was Rin Itoshi versus Onazi. You know, I don't wanna lie, because Onazi has this superhero persona that as long as I'm here, you know, everybody's safe. You know, I didn't think that it was Isagi who was gonna go blow for blow with Onazana. I really wanted it to be Isagi Uichi, you know. But yeah, we don't get everything that we wish for, don't I? Nah, this network is ass. This network is ass. It's definitely ass. But I think Nigeria is better when it comes to the situation, you know. And then we see that Rin Itoshi is just looking at the ball and is like, okay, okay, the ball has chosen me. Lady Luck has chosen me. You know, and this is something Nah. I can't keep on doing things like this. Yeah. This is really difficult, but let me try to finish the chapter real quick, and maybe we can game a bit, and then we can discuss the chapter. But let me just and then get this reaction done quickly. I need to get this reaction done really, really quick because wow, the but if Kusa gets subbed out, I would really like to know what type of player would you bring as a coach to sub out Kuso, because as far as I'm concerned, Kuso is the brains of the operations. Kuso is just the brains of the operations. But after the oh my god, after the second ball, Rin Itoshi collects the ball from the air and then he just plays it to Bachira Mekun. I'm not sure if it was a pass first to Isagi. It will be a player like Onazi. Nah, dog. You're telling me that Nigeria has a player that is like Onazi, but they're not using him right now. Because if he's in any way or form like him, bro, definitely Onazi is him. Onazi is not a second-rate player or striker. It's only his psychology or mentality that needs to be changed. Otherwise, I see a king. Onazi fits to be a king of uh of Nigeria. I feel like he has the tools to become a king. But we see that while Chiramegumi receives the pass, destroyer mode Rin is, or maybe let me not say destroyer mode Rin, but Rin has entered flow state. Rin has entered flow state, and Onazi seems like he's shocked as to what the heck is going on with Blue Lock as of right now. But this is not the time to be starstruck for Onazi. You know, this is nothing that you need to be starstruck about because you have the worst, you have one of the worst opponents in the field are taking goal. So seeing Rin Itoshi in his flow state like this, and one thing that's a W is that he entered the state willingly. He didn't need anything to pressure him because there were a lot of stipulations to getting destroy mode Rin. Rin needed to be put on pressure. There was all those stipulations, but now, as of now, right now we are getting a Rin Itoshi who can enter flow state as much as he like. And this is dead as dangerous. But isn't this the scariest situation you can face? Bullock is attacking the goal. You can see that everyone here is attacking goal, and there is no pattern when it comes to Bullock. You cannot say now we have found a pattern to anticipate Bullock's movements. Nah, unpredictability is their key. So I'm not sure as yeah, I think this is Rin Itoshi, the number one, and then this is Ryo Chigiri, and you have Hiyori and you have Isagi. Like I predicted before, that Hiyori and Chigiri they won't be playing so much defense. Nah, this is not a time to defend for block, but since they are up 2 goals, there's no reason for you to defend at all. But when I see Hiyori up front like this, I just hope he scores a goal. But I don't know how will he score a goal because this nigga has missed. He missed. Hiyori missed, and I'm not so happy because I thought Hiyori had it all. I thought Hiyori had the shooting ability. He was him basically in my mind. And seeing Hiyori like this, how far has he fallen? Oh my god. But Onazi is just looking at the terror that Blue Lock poses. And I don't know, I don't wanna lie. This panel is fire. This panel is fire because it just describes Blue Lock at its best. You have all the attacking players of Blue Lock. And how many are they? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. six players on attack, and then you have four players on defense, which is Karasu, which is Nico, which is Ryu and Aiko. You know, Onez is just the problem here. But we get to see that Bello tries to stop Bachira Megumi. And I'm like, how? Because this is the rivalry I thought everyone expected to see more of Bello and Bachira, because Bello seems to have a bit of jinga from Nigeria. I know that Bello is not familiar with Lavinia. Maybe. How did Bachira miss that shot? This time it has to be blood armor. But I think he just missed it because it was damn near predictable, dog. It was just predictable. Opapona knew that Bachira is going to go for goal. And also, it was really expected. But for a change, we see that Bachira Megumi plays a pass. And I feel like this pass is played in between Isagi and Rin. But this favors Rin mostly because, as you can see, Isagi is in the opposite side of the pass. Isagi is just in the opposite side of the pass, and the pass is directly going to Rin. And I think the dropping point of the pass is just in the path of Rin. And if they could, it could be 6-0 if they all not miss. Yeah, it would have been a goal a long time ago, but they've been missing a lot. And then we see that the pass is coming. This is one of the most confusing sequences of this chapter because I don't understand how this goal was made, but we see that it is confirmed. Rin Itoshi has predator vision, ladies and gentlemen. Rin Itoshi has acquired the predator eye itself. Predator eye. And seeing Rin Itoshi with this weapon, I don't know, it is quite fire. No. I feel like my boy deserves it because he had top-notch vision from the beginning, so not giving him a ability for his eyes, it would have been crime. It would have been a straight out crime, it would have been a flared out crime. It's like the PXG match Isagi versus Rin. Oh yeah. My boy in Lagos is like it's about 2 o'clock in Lagos right now. So you're telling me that we have a 3 hour time difference? 3 hours is insane. I don't wanna lie. 3 hours is really much insane. A 3 hour time difference is peak. It doesn't get better than that. But in this chapter, something sinister happens. I don't wanna lie. This is very much. It made me question reality as I know it. I'll come back soon. Okay, no stress, please. But this panel made me question reality as I know it because it seems like Isagi is carrying Rin on his back and he's going. Yeah, yeah. I don't know what's happening in this panel. I really don't know. But Rin Itoshi is doing Itoshi things right here. How do you stop this guy? Like, talk to me. How is it that you can stop Rin Itoshi? This is classic Rin Itoshi fashion. I don't wanna lie. This is because it looks like Isagi is carrying Rin on his back. I know that sounds wrong. Isagi will never carry Rin on his back, but it seems like Isagi is carrying Rin, and Igwe doesn't seem shocked too, which is really shocking. But what is this? Because it looks like Isagi is going for a goal. Look at this, you know. it looks like Isagi is taking a shooting stance, but Rin Itoshi is on Isagi's back. I know this might not look possible to anyone else, but this is Rin Itoshi and Isagi. And in the next double page spread, we see that nah, what the heck is this? Because even Onas is like, you know, Onas is genuinely surprised as to what is this mother nature doing? Because and the Nigerian goalkeeper needs to explain what he's been doing at goal so far. But what sorcery is this from Rin Itoshi? And also, I don't wanna lie, this was a really, really crazy chapter. I'm going to wait for context so that I can react to it. This is the week that Ren Itoshi gets all his days, because it's well deserved. But here, guys, Ren Itoshi made it 3-0 for Japan. Ren Itoshi made it 3-0 for Nigeria, which I don't wanna lie, it is unexpected for me. It is unexpected. I didn't expect a result like that. Nah, I know that Blue Lock is really dope, but Blue Lock going for 4 goals up is something unexpected. It is really something I wouldn't have expected in any time. Pressa ilinki bo. Kama pressa ilinki bone.
EA Sports. To the game.
EA Sports to the game. EA Sports to the game.
Football. It hurts and humbles. For every winner, a loser. For every triumph, a defeat. But on the horizon awaits a new season, a new opportunity for redemption.
Let's go. Let's lock in.
For for immortality.
So we're looking at the backstory of FIFA
Rotate to the
14 now.
pitch as warriors to battle, shoulder to shoulder, face to face. The hunger.
It's always important that we go through the backstory.
To run, tackle, defend, attack, score, and celebrate.
It's always imperative that we look at the backstory. Neymar Jr. Isco. Nah, fuck that. I'm going in. I'm going in. Oh my god. I will get cooked. Oh my god. The fear in my mind is a warning. That's what Thames said. That was what Thames said. Thames the Bears. Do you know Thames the Mapebes? Talking about Thames the Mapebes. So we're going to change the Bachira solos, yeah. Bachira is a top quality striker, I don't wanna lie. You came a bit late, but yeah. Bachira would solo any team you can put against him, because he is him. Bachira is him, I don't wanna lie. Bachira is him. But in this chapter, we got to please Rin a bit. Who's your goat though in One Piece? Who's your goat? Because everyone has a very different goat and in One Piece. Mine is Ryo Mikage. My goat is Ryo Mikage. Coutinho. Bachira 3 goals against. You're telling me that Bachira can go for a hat trick right now? I really find that hard to believe, because I feel like the teams have adjusted to most players, especially players like Bachira. Okay, I know that you can adapt to Bachira, but there's no guarantee that you can stop him. But I really find it hard to see my boy Bachira getting 3 goals now.
Welcome to EA Sports live coverage of this friendly.
I really find it hard.
Here's your commentary team, Martin Tyler and Alan Smith.
Lots of talk about this match. Great build-up.
Was a little young. Bachira, 1 goal and 2 assists.
Martin Tyler here for you. Alan
No ways, dog. You're telling me the first goal was. Oh yeah.
Hopefully giving you some insight
Oh my
into
God.
what happens before our very eyes.
Bachira got 3 goal contributions in one game.
Orlando Park.
Oh, so the most valued player in Blue Lock right now is Bachira Meku. The most valuable player in Blue Lock right now is Bachira Megumi, because Bachira has the assist record for now, which is 2. Now, how are you, Tariq G? Welcome back. Now, Bachira has to be him. I don't wanna lie. Bachira has to be him. Oh my God.
Keeper saved. He's kept the ball.
But we have the U20 Cup going on right now. Did Nigeria make it through, Tariq, or did you guys fumble the qualification stage?
In the goal. Oh, didn't get much time to see that, the goalkeeper. Good save.
We have the U20 World Cup right now, and things are going well. Morocco and South Africa, I saw that they managed to make it through to the round of 16.
Oh, he's beaten his marker.
Though I'm not sure about Nigeria.
Goal to goal.
Nigeria should have scored a hat trick already. Dog, it can't be that Nigeria can go for a hat trick already now.
Well, he's lost the ball here.
That would be basically cheating for Nigeria. I think the boy needs to evolve a bit because he's not like Lavino as of yet.
Here's Parker.
1828 in Turkey. You are in Turkey right now. Taha is in Turkey. And then it's 228 in Nigeria. Then it's 1729 in South Africa. For a while, we have someone who is not from Africa. Welcome, Chi. It's 5:30 in South Africa,
Oh, and goes across.
and yeah,
And the cross comes in now. Opportunity here.
how was lunch,
And
Tariq?
the goalkeeper read it easily.
We are all starving, and you go and eat alone. That's quite a rude of
And
you.
he read it, cut it out. Straight in sharply, read it well, got in there quickly. Parker.
Welcome, Taha. Welcome. I'm in Istanbul, the infamous city of Istanbul. How is it that side? Because I really don't wanna lie, that town is very much famous. Istanbul.
That's gone back to him.
Turkey.
Defenders come
Wow.
in well here. Time
It's really
distance.
cool that the
Once
internet
you've
can
got the
bring us
ball.
together like this.
The winger tried to do something a bit.
Focus on getting this stream done. 'Cause if you join the chat, we need to know what you're up to. We need to find out what the boy is up to. Maybe we might steal some content from Taha. Who knows? Who really knows? But yeah, it's been a while since we got anything, because I really have forgot how long has it been since we got a One Piece chapter. It's been a week. So it's been a week without Eiichiro Oda, and that's difficult. That on its own is quite a job. So listen to Way Back is so fire. Way Back, which song is that now? Way Back. Is it copyrighted or something like that? Way Back by who? Who sings the Way Back? It is so fire, really. I'm not I'm not into music I very much lately. I haven't been doing I haven't been listening to a lot of music. I haven't been. But okay, let's talk about that goal of the Rin Itoshi goal. How in the hell did that nigga score? Can someone please explain to me how did Rin Itoshi manage to score that goal? because something like that to me doesn't count. I don't wanna lie. Something like that doesn't count to me. I'm back home. Let me see this. You're filing yakho. Rin Gold was fire. Yeah, dog. Rin Gold. In fact, it wasn't just fire. Rin's goal was just world class, dog. Because I know this is not something new from Rin Itoshi. We saw a free kick in the middle of the air from Rin Itoshi, but what is this kind of golazo? Because we see him do something we've never seen him before. This can't be allowed. Nah, that can't be allowed at all. No one needs to take that kind of disrespect from Rin Itoshi. Because why? Let's start there. Why? Why would someone score a goal like that? You know, and knowing Rin as a guy who is, this is just a normal day for him. This is quite a normal day. But it looked like Bachira passed the ball not to Rin and not to Isagi specifically, but it seems like he passed it into a point where they can both reach the ball. And then somehow it looked like Isagi took the stance in order for Rin to go into his back. I don't know what happened. All I know is that the ball ended in the back of the net, and it was Rin Itoshi who did it. Because there's no way Isagi could do something like that. No ways. I'm not trying to glaze Rin Itoshi in any shape or form, but thank you for the likes, cheers. I'm not trying to glaze Rin Itoshi about anything, but that type of goal Isagi cannot score. The day I see Isagi score a goal like that is the day Isagi will become my goat. You know, I know that everybody is watching Blue Lock because of Isagi, but we have grown to have different kind of goats. Because before I wouldn't say that Ryo Mikage is my goat, but after the boy became a chameleon, I was like, nah. For me, there's no better ability in football than being a copycat. Because other people might feel like it's a simple thing that you can acquire or achieve, but no, it's not. It's really not. When it comes to copying something that you just saw, nah. But Rin's Golazo was just insane. But the most important thing about this chapter, besides the goals, I really find it impressive to see Bachira Megumi playing a pass like that. It's not the first time we see Bachira with an assist. As Taha mentioned before, that this is the third goal contribution for Bachira. Second assist of the game, and what else would you want to see from the boy himself? Because I think sometimes you underestimate this guy. Sometimes we be underestimating lockers and the things that they achieve basically, because it looks normal to us now, seeing Renetoshi do something like this is normal. But what happened for them to score such a goal? I really find it hard to believe. And then the most interesting thing was seeing Rin's training. You know, like we saw each and everyone train and block. I think Baru is playing American football right now, or was playing American football. Luckily, he didn't get injured or anything like that. We saw that Sendo went to the bushes to hunt or to do something. Then Shido was skydiving. You know, Isagi toured the world and watched world-class players do their things. He had to adapt to the world-class stage. And the best training for me had to be Rin Itoshi with the meditation. Because the meditation concept might look like it's a dumb way to train Rin Itoshi, but Ren Itoshi needs to restore his balance because this nigga, this nigga's brain doesn't work normally. At first, I always found it weird as to why is Rin Itoshi like this. Because I would ask myself as to what type of a player is Rin Itoshi, and then I see that he's a jackass. I really didn't see any difference between Rin Itoshi and this guy, Shiro. Nah, for me there was no difference when it comes to Rin Itoshi and Shiro. But when things and settled, I like Isagi. There's something mentally about Rin Itoshi that separates him from Isagi. It's not that I'm saying that Isagi is not mental now, but Isagi's Rin Itoshi's case is more mental than any other player. Rin has a mental problem, because I always find it how hard as to why is Rin Itoshi fighting with Shiro as because he can see that there's no saving Shiro. There's no reason for Rin Itoshi to fight against Shiro. But I find out that there are two peas in the same pod or whatever. But Rin and Shiro, they're just geniuses and they don't think the same way as Isagi. I didn't know something like that at first, but seeing Rin Itoshi master his inner peace like this, it has to be one of the top 10 training arcs in Blue Lock, because Rin Itoshi has always been a frustrated. Let me try to share this part. I really oath to find the panels, share them, and then talk about them. I really need to find them panels. Blue Lock 320, please. Blue Lock 320, please. Uh, yes, I've found it. The best panel of this chapter. I don't care who says what. I really, really don't care who says what. But this is the best panel in this week's chapter, because as you can see, a Jolie Isagi and a Jolie Ren Itoshi, you know, you have to understand that these two guys, they annoy Rin Itoshi to the core. You know, if there is something that is bound to annoy Rin Itoshi, it's just the thought of Sai and Isagi. And we see that any type of rage or any type of malice cannot go undetected to this master or to this monk. I don't know who is this new master for Rin Itoshi, but this guy just can see through Rin. This guy is like, I've been here, I know the situation that you're going through, let me help you. Because he's not phased at all. This man is not phased. He's like, I can sense malice in you. Let me beat the crap out of you. And when you saw this training arc at first, you would be like, why? Because Isagi is getting the best training, that's what we all thought. We thought, nah, since uh since Isagi is getting footage from Ego to watch football, and Rio is also getting footage too. Hey Cardi, how are you, G? How are you? It's been a while since we got anyone from South Africa. I don't lie. How are you, Poison? How are you? Kaid, something like that. I'm good, Poison. I'm just reacting to this blog chapter. I'm just reacting to this blog chapter. So there's a delay when it comes to my stream and chat. There's a bit of a delay when it comes to stream and chat. But this is no doubt the panel and today's chapter. I don't wanna lie. It really makes me wanna learn about Japanese or to learn the Japanese language. I don't know because Rin's master here, he can see that there is malice right now in Rin's mind. And he just takes care of it. He was like, real quick. It was just, and in the next panel, you see that Rin is calm as never seen before. Prologue chapter 320, Isagi is my goat. Isagi, my goat, will get a goal. I don't know, because if Isagi gets a goal before he gets subbed out, I think that would be the best things ever happen. But Isagi scoring right now doesn't look very likely. I don't know. Isagi scoring a goal right now would be a rage, because I feel like Rin Itoshi is just steps above Isagi for now, and it's possible. Let me not say it's not possible. It's possible for Isagi to score a goal, but I think right now a sub would do Pulok better, because we are starting to see what Rin Itoshi is made of, and I don't want to get the tempo of Rin now. So in this case, the only thing we'd like to do is just to maintain the tempo, and maybe. Oh my god, this this has to be the most depressing situation. But yeah, like this game is going to be one of the most finest games we've ever watched in Blue Lock. And I would have to say that it's mostly because of what we get to see, the rewards of the training for every Blue Lock player. But this panel also, I really thought it means a lot for this chapter, because we get to see that Rin Itoshi has entered flow state. You know, we know that there were a lot of stipulations for Rin Itoshi to enter flow state, but the GOAT Rin Itoshi here has done something different. You know, because there is no one that can pressurize Rin Itoshi in this game for now. South Africa will make it in the World Cup. You saying the U20 World Cup? Nah, dog, we have to win that one. You know, I really think this will be a very big turning point for South Africa. Yo, Freddie G, I'm not gonna lie, I've dropped Blue Lock for now. There's too much fire stuff I'm reading right now. I'll tap in with the One Piece strips. Wait, before you go, what fire things are you reading? What fire things have you tapped in? Because nothing gets peak than Blue Lock as of yet, And this is really concerning. But I've been watching Kagura Batch, I'll have to say. I've been watching Kagura. Yeah, yeah, we have another member from South Africa already, Lechi. Before you leave, you can just say hi to Kaid, because Kaid is also from our home country, South Africa. But yeah, Kaid, like, because the boys making it to the round of 16 step for their careers specifically, because Mfundo Vilakazi is not having the best time in Kaiser Chiefs right now. And it's not like the boy doesn't have the talent. Nah, I don't think there are better playmakers than Obrigado right now. So Mfundo Vilakazi is really in a very tough situation. I'm from South Africa and Nigeria. W dog, South Africa and Nigeria. Tariq would be mad because Tariq too has some ties with Nigeria. You are not the first person from who has maybe I've met you sub. I don't wanna lie. W sub. Amachita. Amachita the boys. I'm back live, which is quite depressing. Sorry about that, Kai. It's just It's just something I experience daily. I really have bad internet in my side. W to you, boys, and W. But yeah, the U20 World Cup is on with fire, and I think we stand a chance of winning this one. I don't wanna lie, as things look as of late, because we have Morocco. Let me check who we have for the U20 round of 16. But I'm sure that Morocco went through, which I know that Adam is going to be crazy about that. Edso is going to be excited with the fact that Morocco has made it through the round of 16. Uh, Here we have it. So we have African teams. We have Nigeria made it. Oh my days! Nigeria made it to the U20. Oh my god! This is going to be a fire round of 16. This is going to be a very very serious good round of 16 because Nigeria made it through, dog. Nigeria made it through. Nigeria is cooked. Nah, they're not cooked, dog. Because who are they going against? Wait. You are telling me that in our group stage, this is not the round of 16, is it? How many teams do you have here? One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight. It's 16 teams. No ways, dog. No ways. I'm trying to share this tab, you guys. I'm sorry about that. But expected. This is taking way longer than expected. I'm reading One Piece, Kagurabachi, Vagabond, Chojin X, Sakamoto Days, One Punch Man. I wanna pick up One Punch Man again and Aoi Ashi. Aoi Ashi, the saddest thing about Aoi Ashi is that it has ended. Got France and England at the same group. Nah, France and England at the same group. I thought France was in a group stage with South Africa and the USA. So the world championship is quite shocking because W or Adida, W or Adida. But this is going to be a very interesting because here's the match you're anticipating as Blue Lock fans. It's like in IRL. The real life game is going to be really much interesting. Because seeing Japan and France go head to head like this in the round of 16, whilst you are waiting for them to go against each other in the next two games in Blue Lock. So things are going quite interesting. I don't wanna lie. And another game that is interesting is that the other thing is Morocco and Nigeria made it through. So are we the only African countries that made it through? Colombia and Ukraine made it through too. We have Chile that made it through to the World Cup selection. Now this is something I don't know. But what was I need to find out what happened to our group stage, because I feel like we have three teams from our group stage who made it to the U20 round of 16. South U20 group E and F. I think we are somewhere in between that. record breaking Amachita make it into the round of 16. Yeah, Amachita made it to the round of 16. Oh my god, this mouse just wants to drive me insane. I don't wanna lie. But Amachita making South Africa proud right now. I don't wanna lie. These guys are. I think they are the golden generation of football. Because look at our number 10. You know, Obrigado is having the time of his life in the U20 World Cup, while Kaiser Chiefs is suffering. We have to deal with the likes of Mayo each and every day. We're dealing with the likes of Mayo each and every day, which is, you see, like Group E. Yeah, it's Group E. Group E is weird. I've never heard of something like this happening. Because Group E had France, USA, and what you call this. Like this is something that's insane. You will never find things. I can't believe what's happening. I genuinely have no idea. But if this is what's going to happen in the next World Cup, I think this will cause a lot of drama and upsets, because you can't have three teams from the same group stage making it through. That's blasphemy, dog. That is low key blasphemy. But Nigeria versus Argentina will be a very good game. I don't know. Because the US is quite strong too. The US and Italy is going to be a hype game. Morocco and South Korea. One thing about South Korea is that they always have a very good generation of talent, especially like Japan. Nigeria wins. So you're telling me that Nigeria is going to pack is going to pack Argentina. Now that's a very bold prediction. I don't know. And Colombia, we have to bury Colombia. No, as South Africans, we have to bury Colombia. So let me just say who I'm looking forward to making it to the round of 16. Okay, so let's say Argentina makes it through to not even Argentina, but Nigeria makes it through to the round of 16. 3-1, that's a prediction. Nah, that's fine. You believe in your boys wholeheartedly. Let's say Nigeria beats Argentina and they make it through. In fact, let's say now Nigeria has to win this one because the World Cup final has to be between African teams. In that way, we don't get sad if any team loses. We get to be proud of any winner. So the final needs to be between African teams. But Nigeria makes it to the semi-finals, and I feel like they will go against Mexico. And then South Africa versus Spain is not going to be an easy selection. Hey, Bex, how are you, G? How are you? South Africa versus Spain is not going to be a very good game or a very easy game now, because I do believe that Nigeria versus SA. Oh my days! Nigeria versus SA. We are bound to meet. We are bound to take each other's heads off. Now that's something I didn't expect. So if an African team, or maybe if both African teams make it to the final, we know that one team is going to be Morocco. So if Morocco wants to make it to the final, they need to survive South Korea. That on its own is going to be very difficult. I don't want to lie. If Morocco is going to beat America and South Korea, I think they have a very good chance of beating France and South Korea. It is possible. So Morocco, the boys have a lot of work to do. The boys really have a lot of work to do. But Morocco and France is generational. Because France is the reason why Morocco didn't make it to the World Cup final in the seniors last season, or the last tournament, 2022. France and Morocco go head to head. It is it is going to be insane. It's just going to be absolute cinema, you know. And South Africa versus Nigeria. We don't have a good track record when it comes to Nigeria. Yeah, SA wins. SA will win against Nigeria. That would be very much insane. Hell no. Tariq says hell no. Ah. Doug, you are the one who is saying Nigeria is cooked. But I feel that you support your boys to till the very end. You know. See, Bao. Who's that now? Or is that a Nigerian Sam? I'm not sure. But yeah, Tariq is the Nigerian person in chat that we have that I was talking to you about, or I told you about, our boy from Lagos as Tariq. But this World Cup has a lot of twists and turns, Especially the first half is going to be really much insane because I understand that South Africa can beat Colombia. It's fine. South Africa can get through Colombia. That's not a very big challenge. The biggest problem has to come with Spain, you know, because I really have to say that this generation of South Africans, we are very good at keeping the ball at our feet. We don't do it as well. Onazi is from Lagos. Yeah, Onazi is from Lagos. I don't know. Onazi is from Lagos, and you know, it just shows that no matter where we are in the world, it's still the same, dog. It doesn't matter which country you are from, but at the end of the day, we all love kicking football. And I feel like this has to do with the recent chapters of Ego. I'm not sure. Do you guys agree with the recent comments that Ego made in the last chapter? Because Ego was talking about why do people love soccer so much? And I was confused at some moments. I don't want to lie, because I was like, Ego, which one is this one now? What are you trying to achieve, Ego, with this? But Ego was just trying to say that Bex, G, how are you, Bex? We see you, dog. We see you, Bex. How are you? How are you, Poison? Nah, Bex is about to type some shit. Bex is about to type something we don't know, because we are not from the States, Poison. We are not from the States. We don't use that term. Nah, it's uncalled for, dog. It's something it's uncalled for. But as to why Bex is doing something like that, I don't know. I really don't know why Bex went there. But I just tried to remove things. But yeah, so I don't know. Let's talk, Tariq. Do you watch Kagurabachi talk? Because I feel like things are going really good with Kagurabachi, and One Piece is supposed to come out tomorrow. I'm really much hoping that we get something from Eiichiro Oda, because it's been a while. I really have to say it's been a very, very long time, and I miss One Piece. I really miss the chapters and all that. And I know that we we cannot rush into things when it comes to situations like this. But Ed, so how are you, G? How are you? It's been a minute. It's been a minute. You made it through to the round of 16. Unfortunately, you're welcomed. All of us have something to rejoice for in this week. We really have a lot to rejoice about. But we all made it to the round of 16. Sorry for being late. No stress. Let's go, dog. Let's go. It's the world. It's the world championship. You know? So, what do you think you're going to make it all the way through, or does any team scare you here? Because I really feel like we beat Brazil and Spain. No ways. No ways. You're telling me that Morocco was in the same group stage as Brazil and Spain, and you came out on top. You guys kicked Brazil off the competition. Crazy stuff from the U20 tournament. I don't wanna lie. It's really, really crazy stuff, you know. And seeing that, yeah, we're back, really back this time. And sharing the screen, I'm not sure if I'm going to dare do something like that again. Rin scored a goal, yeah, dog. Rin scored a very crazy goal. I'm not sure as to how did Rin. I didn't read the chapter. I'm sure you won't be able to read the chapters of yet. We were just reacting to the Rose, you know. Your goat, Tariq is really over the moon for this one. Tariq is really having it. He's over the moon for this. And yeah, dog, you know. So insane chapter. I have to say, this chapter has been insane, you know, because the goal that Rin Itoshi scored, it was absolute madness. Absolute madness. Rin Itoshi was on top of Isagi when he scored this goal. Isagi was carrying Rin Itoshi on his back. Kaid is still around, crazy. That's still crazy, you know. So you have to give Rin props for this one. But I'm gonna read it and I'm coming back. Yeah, you can skim through the chapter real quick. But talking about the chapter, you know, meditation is a really hard thing to do. And when you're in Itoshi with anger issues, it's not simple. It is not simple. So I'd like to understand the conversation that was going on between Rin Itoshi and his master, you know, because that monk must have taught Rin some important topics about life, you know. He must have dropped some game to Rin because Rin is a different person than he was before. Really different. I don't wanna lie. And Ego Chimpachi, you know, Ego Chimpachi. I really wanna know what Ego Chimpachi is thinking about. You know, what is Ego Chimpachi up to? You know, because there is a lot of things that I don't get as of far because in the previous chapter or during the 67 oh 67 67 you got me confused for a minute there. I don't lie. I was really, really confused. Genuinely so. 6 7. 6 7. What the fuck is 6 7? I know that 6 7 is famous. Oh my god, 6 7. Ah! These guys are going to break my head. What is 6 7, guys? Let me search. I can't. I can't let this slide. What is 6 7? What the heck is 6 7? It's an in a popular internet meme on platforms like TikTok, where it is used as slang for leaving quickly or temporarily. Tele. Oh, 6 7. I still don't get it. I don't get it. But it means that the boys are going out. Oh, the boys are bouncing. No stress, chill. It has been an hour so far, and you've hung around for a very long time. Black and Rich, how are you, G? Welcome to the chat. You niggas have really been supporting me. Mohammed Tariq is back with the original account. What are you? What up? So when you put a flag, it gives the abbreviation of your country because Kaid is ZA and it's from South Africa, and then Muhammad it's PK and Pakistan. Now, but Kaid, I know that you'd agree with this. We would beat Tyreek when it comes to cricket. I know that you agree with this. Tariq has he wouldn't come close to South Africans when it comes to cricket. We are the goats generally when it comes to cricket. We would give Tariq a run for his own money when it comes to cricket. Six after six. If it's not a six, it's a four. No, we're better in cricket. Nah, dog. Not with us. We are the last numbers of this game, you know. We You're lost to Australia. Now you're treating Australia like Australia is a random team. Okay. As of lately, I'm not proud with the cricket, with how our cricket is going, you know. But we lost to India 3 times. Nah, dog. I saw there was drama when it comes to India and Pakistan. There's always drama. I don't wanna lie. When it comes to India and Pakistan, there's always drama. And I saw that you guys caused, and it was a final, I think, you know. So they won the Asian Cup. Asian Cup. That is interesting, you know, because when you look at the Asian Cup, the heavy hitters there, it has to be Pakistan and India, you know, and it's insane that you lost 3 times in a row. No ways. But the Asian Cup had to be interesting, you know, because mostly people who are in love with cricket, it's Asians most or the most population of cricket fans, and then you get England here and there in Europe, people who are actually cricket fans, you know, and then Africa, it has to be South Africa mostly, you know. I've never seen other African countries active like that when it comes to cricket, you know. Most of the time, it's us and South Africa. But no, when it comes to Pakistan, big time. The problem is that I don't know his name, but he's a goat. For Pakistan versus India, only 2 times. The 7 year record is insane. I don't want to lie to you. The 7 year record is insane. But even us, I don't think for the past 7 years we've had a very good time when it comes to cricket. Nah, I don't think we had a very good run in cricket, you know. Empires rise and they fall again, you know. But India has been doing a very good job, you know. If they can compete with Pakistan at the very top level and make it through, you know, and win like this, it's something. I don't wanna lie. They're really cooking. But when it comes to the Asian Cup, or yes, the Asian Cup, who are the most likely to win it besides India and Pakistan? You know, because in in Europe, I know that it has to be England, you know, and I've seen Wales play cricket here and there, you know, but other European countries, I'm not so sure. They don't scare me. Let me just say that, you know, it's not a game I would watch because why would I watch South Africa and England when I know that there are more chances of South Africa winning, you know? So it's not an interesting game. But if it's Pakistan and South Africa or Pakistan versus India, you best believe you can see them wickets flying. You know, because sometimes they hit the wicket, you just feel it in your heart for some odd reason. I don't know why, but when you see that, you know, sometimes when you see that that shot is not going to make it to the six line, and there's a chance that there's going to be a catch, you know, your heart just sings. So cricket is just one of the best. And so is back. What do you think of the chapter, Doug? What do you think of the chapter? Thank you for the likes, cheese. Thank you for the likes. What do you think about the chapter? You know, the chapter was decent to me. I don't know. We've seen, though South Africa always lost to India. Yeah, you know, the last time we were good in cricket, it has to be with Hashim Amla. I don't know if you still remember Hashim Amla. We had Hashim Amla and AB de Villiers. You know, Bachira is having banger match, bro. Yeah, Bachira is having a good match, But okay, let me not say stick to the negatives about the match, But Bachira is owning this match, It's not about the match also. It's just about the position in which Bachira is playing. You know, having Bachira as a center attacking midfielder is the most dangerous situation you can make because Bachira is good when it comes to passing. Bachira is good when it comes to dribbling. Shooting, we are not so sure because he was stopped by Opapona in way better than the U20 game. Yeah, way better than the U20 game because in the U20 game, Bachira was forced to play a full back position. I think Bachira was playing he was in full back and then Hiyori wasn't playing on that game, was he? I'm not sure if Hiyori was playing. But I think we had Chigiri and yeah, it was fullback. We had Chigiri and Bachira on fullback. You know, and that position, I think that wasn't good enough for Bachira. Nah, but having Bachira as a center attacking midfield, you know, this boy can give us 100% when it comes to dribbles. We are yet to see a person that can stop Bachira while dribbling. So we know that his dribbling percentage will be 100%. Passing will be insane. And the goals too. So and who was it? Let me check who was chatting to a bit earlier about Bachira Megumi. But that guy mentioned to me that Bachira Megumi has 3 goal contributions in one match. You know, 3 assists in one match, which is something that is low key. People would underrate such a performance, but nah, we are not letting this slide. We are not because I know the second assist wasn't a very good assist or it didn't draw attention to Bachira himself. Yeah, it's 2 assists and 1 goal. You know, the first assist it didn't bring much attention to. So okay, guys, sorry about cutting. Like there's something in my mind because we know that Isagi has classified different types of egos. We know that geniuses are not the world class egoists. They are like self bound, whatnot. So where does Bachira fall? This nigga came back with a different account. Nah, this is something else. What up, Bex? Why you time out me? We don't use those kind of terms, dog. Hate speech, nah. We won't try to encourage that. No stress, dog. No stress. We are not trying to encourage any UTIU. What's that? You timed him out. Yeah. Nigga was about to type. I just said something I shouldn't have. But the boy was about to type something that is hateful. And as we are not Americans, I don't think we can just say that kind of a word freely, because I'm from South Africa, and most of the people in the chat are from India. We have people from Morocco and Nigeria, so we don't have the right to say a nigger, we can't say that. So I do understand that. I do understand that. So 2 goals and 1 assist for Bachira. So is Bachira a holistic type ego or is he a self-restricted type ego? Is it self-restricted? Yeah. Yeah, it's self-restricted because geniuses move to their own senses. I am from Iran and Morocco. So I'm from Africa, I can say it. We can't say it, dog. We can't say it because this is only something that is reserved for Black Americans. Really, yeah, dog. It's insane finding people from meat bags meat at soul. You guys are from Morocco, so you guys know French. You guys can speak French. But how are things at Iran, dog? Because Iran has been facing a tougher situation than us. I'm not sure where you stay, Bex, but if you're in Iran, dog, Bex to Pars for real. All I understand in that text is FR. It is FR. Iran is bombing. Oh my god. No way, dog, you know. And I hope you safe too, dog, because when it comes to Israel, dog, it's, it's just uncalled for, you know, when it comes to Israel. For FR is French, Francis. Oh my days. You guys have taken a very different turn in this conversation. Trump threatens to bomb Iran again. Iran versus no, dog. It seems like things are still good when it comes to Iran. You know, I wouldn't want to see war in any nation at all. You know, the world has been going crazy so far. I don't wanna lie. You know, as of lately, the world has. Now, I was just checking on Bex. You know, because Bex is from Iran. You know, and Iran was facing a lot of attacks so far. You know, why are we talking about bombing? Because the world has lost its mind at so. The world has lost its mind, you know, because I've heard about even matches and Morocco. I'm not sure if you can bring this up right now, but there are anime matches or there are matches linked to anime or the Gen Z matches or something like that, you know. I heard Morocco had an incident like that too, where there were matches, and you know, it's quite scary. I don't wanna lie, because this is spreading. You know, Nepal has been. Who the hell is Bex? Bex is a new member of the stream. You know, he's from Iran and Morocco. Bex, Bex. Oh my God, Bex. Why do you have 1 million descriptions in the hashtag? How many descriptions are at the minimum? And so tell me. I'm just trying to get as much traffic as possible. You know, I'm just trying to bring the boys in. But yeah, I just wanna do a quick video for this chapter. You know, bruh, hey dogs. Like I've been lazy for. He cooked me. Nah, he cooked you. Bex is not to be taken lightly. Bex is not to be taken lightly because you went straight to that question. You know what the hell? Oh, Bex is wild for that one. I don't wanna lie. I don't wanna lie. Bex is wild. You're dead. Oh my god. This nigga is on his back for sure. This nigga is on his back. So I'm just going to. There was a video I wanted to react to. You know, I'm not sure if I'll I'll get it or what. There's a video that I wanted to react to. Um, there was a Blue Lock fan animation, and I really have to say, you know, when it comes to spoilers, I'm there for it, you know. But why do you have a hashtag called ego is everything? Because that's true, dog. Let me cook. Let me cook. Relax. Let me cook. Ego is him. Where is this animation? Come on. Why is it black? I'm trying to share the screen right now. I'm trying to share the screen right now. Yeah. Here it is. Here it is.
Keep the bright burning, but
Bullshit. I'm trying to share the screen. But we have the fan animation from Omaru Animations. So here it's like he's doing the nah nah we have to run that. Is it me or are we still using the same kit as the U20 tournament? Are we still using the same kit? He made it. He did it. What? Nah, that rainbow fleek was up there. Wow.
the original Mega Bachira.
And ladies and gentlemen, the man of the game, Kuso, man of the match. We have to give Kuso the man of the match award. Come on.
And in Scorpion make it play combos. This tactic isn't in our data. We can't adapt to this fast enough.
Wait, did they give Kuso a French accent? Did they give the boy a French accent? Come on now. Talk to me.
The original Mega Bachira. And in Scorpion make it play combos. This tactic isn't in our data. We can't adapt to this fast enough. Now they have the chance to bust to an ace. They're fine-tuning their attacks to fit any situation. They have too many options. Rulock is impossible to predict.
Kuso the Taser. Nah, Kuso's voice is dope. I don't wanna lie. Why does my boy Kuso have pink glasses? Nah, I think they saw them very well. Unless they have to be orange like Yukimiya. Season 3 be like, yeah, the animation for Blue Lock is not really good. I'm sure they will cook something better soon. You know, because this type of animation, nah, there's no way.
They have too many options. Rulock is impossible to predict.
Look at this.
Copy and change.
Oh my god.
Model Chigiri.
Nah, dogs. Nah, 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 nah. Nah, 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 nah. That 44 Panther transition was too clean. No ways. That 44 Panther transition was way too clean. No.
They have too many options. Rulock is impossible to predict.
Copy and change. Model Chigiri. 44-degree Panther Sniper.
These guys are unreal.
Best believe it.
I'll win. By myself.
Special thanks to Silver Monster for helping.
Even this has better animation than season 2. Nah, dog, that's wild. Nah, that's a very much wild prediction. I don't wanna lie. Nah, that's wild. You can't say that this animation was better. I know that season 2 had a very bro. Why does bro have a zesty voice? You think it's zesty? I think they just tried to give him a French accent. You know, they tried to give our boy a French accent, and you have to give word. You have to give. What is this? Because him giving Kuso a what you call a French accent is something that is. I didn't expect something like that. Truly speaking, I didn't expect anything like that. You know. But Omaru Animations, he be eating something. Go back and see what voice they gave them. Where? Where can I find their voice
frame by frame animations. And thank you to these two voice actors who made
Oh, he has voice
this video
actors.
more lively.
This nigga's been cooking with voice actors, dog. Now that's you have to give props to that, because it looks like this team is doing something that is fire. We also have the U20 goal for Bachira. Now because Bachira scored a goal as a dog. Go back, yeah, I just went back. I saw the voice actors. I'm not sure if you guys are looking for something. Why does bro have a zesty voice? Nah, the guys really tried because even I could detect that they gave them a French accent. Do Nigeria speak English bundles depleted? But do people in Nigeria speak French too? Because I know Morocco for a fact that they speak French. Spoiler warning.
I know your direct shot is bad news, Yoichi Isagi. But that's okay. I'm here.
I'm here? That again? You
What the fuck are you even saying, bro? You here? Nah. They speak French too. Oh, that is why they're giving him a French accent. Because it makes sense, if they used a different accent or if they tried to use a Nigerian accent, it wouldn't fit. It wouldn't make sense.
That's okay. I'm here.
I'm here? That again? You one trick pony?
Huh?
To put it another way, your best weapon is your ability to appear anywhere to help with offense or defense, using your unlimited mobility, trapping, shooting, jumping, your high basic specs, let you run freely all over the field. That keeps the Nigerian team.
It ain't that bad, dog, though. It can't be that bad. And it makes sense for them to give Kuso this. I gotta go by, no stress. It makes sense that they give Kuso this French accent because Kuso is the one that has more brains in the Nigerian U20 team. So if there was anyone who was bound to pick up the accent, it's just Kuso. Kuso is the one that would be very easily susceptible to the accent because the smartest of us usually have accent because I speak English without an accent. Someone would ask me, where the fuck is this guy from? Only a select few countries have accents or certain individuals. But you guys, thank you for showing up for the stream. I really want to do a video for the blog chapter because Adam requested a video like, so I really have to keep to deliver that video for Adam. But I'm going to down real quick. But up you will see a notification before the end of the day, because I won't be able to edit this stream. It's a very long stream. It's 2 hours. I'll have to wait for it to be processed and all that. W chat for sure. W chat. It wouldn't be possible without you guys. I would have given up a long time ago. So you guys carried me so far. So W to you guys, and I just hope show us that buzz cut. Nah, dog. It's something light, dog. It's nothing much. I heard you had a thing similar to mine. We are basically bald, dog. We are basically bald. We are bald. I don't want to lie. Fresh. You carve. Let me bounce, you guys, because I really want to do the next video, and then after the video, maybe I'll come back for some chess. I don't know if you're up for chess today, Adam. I'll try to do it earlier before it's too late, because I'm sure you have some. School is closed for sure. I'm not sure if school is closed. Now my boy gonna be pulling girls. Bro, get all the girls. Nah, Duke, I'm not Duke Dennis. What the fuck you guys are saying? I'm not Duke Dennis, huh? If I was Duke Dennis for sure, I'd be getting all the mamas, but nah. This biggest head of mine is not getting me anywhere with them hands. This biggest head is not getting me anywhere with them hands. But yeah, I will be back for some chess. I'm not sure if Adam will be up for a game or two. Because last time he beat me and bro didn't want a rematch. No, bro beat me in chess and he skedaddled out of there. He chickened out, in fact. Let me not say he didn't want to rematch me. He chickened out. So I need to get my revenge from at him. And then bro bold, Bax is back. Bax! 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 Oh. Like I said, I'm bald. Fuck. Oh my god. No, Bex is fine, dog. You see, you have been cooking us. First it was Tariq, now it's me. Nah, hip hop. Okay. He had to double down on that. Nah, Adam, he's right, dog. We are bald. It's a buzz card. It's a buzz card. Come on, Bex. Talk to us nicely, man. We are still young to go bald. We really, really young to go bald. But yeah, we got buzz cards. If you don't have a buzz card, nah, you're not an egoist, for real, for real. Lock off. Yeah, you guys, let me just do that video so that I'll come back on stream for chess and we'll be dope. Don't cry, Adam. Come on, man. You always make it hard when it's time to end the stream. You always find a way to make it. Goat. Nah, you guys are the goated ones. Chat is goated, for real, for real. Chat is goated. But yeah, you guys, let me just try to escape you guys so that I'll be back. It's okay. W, gents. I really appreciate the support and love, you guys. Let's meet in about an hour or so. I'm going to do a quick reaction video for the chapter, post it. Yeah, I'm gonna edit out some cold moments and then post the video. Bro hair, bro haircut worse than Kusa. Nah, dog. No way, dog. No ways, dog. No ways. No fucking ways. Kuso got nothing on this. Kuso has braids on, dog. Kuso is no Didi. No Didi, bro. Stream again after this. Yeah, I'll be back, boys. Don't worry. Don't worry. Thank you for the support, you guys. From the west side of Soweto, South Africa. Shout out to you also at the north side of Africa. Shout out to Bex. I'm not sure if Bex is in Iran or is in Morocco, but shout out to Bex. Shout out to Tariq in Nigeria. Shout out to the boys. I'm missing India and Sleeps was here. So yeah, bye boys. Bro, looks like did it. Nah, I'm off.